Namaste to everyone. In the introductory discussion, we have presented 12 poems recited on Lord Venkateswara's face as honey and compared with different religions all over the world. Now, we are going to discuss each poem separately, its meaning and interpretations, symbolism for devotees, spiritual connections with the poem, and devotional implications, and the essence of the poems as a reflecting devotion, practical reflections for devotees by reciting these poems. These poems are having a great importance. Every word from this poem has been analyzed in detail to understand the sacredness of Lord Venkateswara's. Each word carries its meaning and essence. A detailed references has been made from Vedas, Puranas, Itihasas, and published and unpublished research documents from various libraries. I hope this analysis will satisfy you. If there is any mistakes in the presentation, please excuse me. I am not a scholar of Sanskrit or English. I tried my level best here to analyze, to understand for a common devotee of Lord Venkateswara's sacredness and its mystical powers. Now, let us go into the text of the first poem.
In the hills of Tirumala, where the skies kiss the earth, there shines a face of infinite worth, more radiant than the stars above, a symbol of grace, of mercy and love.
Thank you. This verse poetically encapsulates the divine and symbolic essence of Lord Sri Venkateswara's face, which holds profound spiritual significance for devotees. The imaginary draws from natural elements, hills, skies, stars, and connects them to the splendor of the Lord's divine form. By understanding the meaning behind each line, we can delve into the deeper connection between the devotees and the Lord Sri Venkateswara. Now let us dwell each line of this poem. In the hills of Tirumala, where the skies kiss the earth. The meaning and interpretation of this poem is, this opening line sets the scene in the sacred geography of Tirumala, where the divine presence of Lord Venkateswara resides. Tirumala, with its majestic hills, is not just a geographical location, it is a spiritual sanctuary where the material and the divine meet. The phrase, where the skies kiss the earth, symbolizes the convergence of heaven and earth, representing the union of the human soul with the divine. From this sentence, in the hills of Tirumala, where the skies kiss the earth, it gives a beautiful meaning. The phrase, where the sky kisses the earth, it symbolizes the convergence of heaven and earth, representing the union of human and the soul as divine. Is beautifully narrated. Sky is kissing the Tirumala hills. It's a beautiful presentation which tells about the sacredness of Tirumala hills. Hills of Tirumala are described in scriptures like the Varaha Purana and Venkatachala Mahatya as the sacred abode of Lord Vishnu in the Kali Yuga. The sanctity of these hills is attributed to their role as a bridge between the mortal world and the spiritual realm. The imaginary of the sky kissing the earth evokes the idea of transcendence, where devotees, by visiting the hills, ascend from worldly concern to spiritual heights. The symbolism of this poem is, for devotees, Tirumala becomes a metaphor for their spiritual journey, where they strive to rise above earthly distractions and connect with the divine through prayer and devotion. Here, the second line focuses on the divine face of Lord Venkateswara, describes as shining with infinite worth. This description aligns with the traditional depiction of Lord's face, which radiates grace, compassion, and divinity. The face of the Lord is often considered the most captivating aspect of Lord Venkateswara's divine form because it reflects Venkateswara's eternal, unchanging nature. The infinite worth here refers to the inexhaustible blessings and spiritual treasures that the Lord bestows upon his devotees. Unlike material wealth, which is transit, the spiritual grace emanating from his face is eternal. The shining of face symbolizes the illumination of knowledge and wisdom that dispels the darkness of ignorance to the devotee's life. Spiritual connection of this sentence is in the Vishnu Purana Sahasranama, Lord Vishnu is described as Tejasvi, that means the one who radiates brilliance. This aligns with the idea of his face being a source of light and inspiration for devotees. Devotional implications. When devotees meditate on the Lord's face, they are enveloped by a sense of peace and clarity. His divine encountenance becomes a focal point for their prayers, helping them transcend their worries and connect with a higher purpose. More radiant than the stars above. Its meaning and interpretation is this line draws a comparison between the celestial radiance of stars and the unparalleled brilliance of Lord Sri Venkateswara's face. While stars light up the night sky, the divine face of the Lord illuminates the hearts and souls of devotees with a light that transcends the physical realm. Radiance of the stars. Stars have been revered in many cultures as symbol of guidance, constancy, and hope. By stating that the Lord's face is more radiant, the verse elevates Lord Venkateswara's divine brilliance above even the most awe-inspiring natural phenomena. The comparison emphasizes that Lord's radiance is not just a physical but spiritual. It signifies his ability to guide devotees through the darkness of ignorance, much like how stars guide travelers at night. Symbolism of devotees. For devotees, this line serves as a reminder that Lord Sri Venkateswara's presence is their ultimate source of light and hope. Even in the most challenging times, meditating on Lord Sri Venkateswara's face can provide clarity and direction. This concluding line captures the essence of Lord Venkateswara's role as a benevolent protector and nurturer of his devotees. His face is not merely an object of beauty, but a profound symbol of his divine qualities. Now analyze each word in depth with its meaning and scope and interpretation. The first word, grace. The Lord's grace, that is Krupa, is his unearned favor bestowed upon devotees. This grace is boundless and available to all, irrespective of their background or past deeds. God Venkateswara's face reflects this all-encompassing benevolence. Second word is mercy. Mercy, that is Karuna, is the Lord's ability to forgive the sins of his devotees and provide them with opportunities for redemption. This compassionate expression on Lord Venkateswara's face reminds devotees that they are never beyond his forgiveness. Divine love, that is prema, is unconditional and infinite. It transcends human emotions and provides a sense of belonging to comfort. The Lord's face, as described in the verse, radiates this love, reassuring devotees of Lord Venkateswara's eternal presence and care. Spiritual connection of this line. The Bhagavad Gita emphasizes the Lord's mercy and love in verses like 9.22 where Krishna promises to take care of the material and spiritual needs of his devotees who surrenders to him with unwavering faith. Bhagavad Gita 9.22, it mentions like this: Anyanchittayanto mam ye janaha pariupasate tesham nitya biyayukthanam yogakshemam mahamyaham. Translation: this sloka mentions like this: those who always think of me and engage in inclusive devotion, I take care of their needs, personally ensure their welfare of providing what they lack and preserving what they have. Of Bhagavad Gita, which I have mentioned here, gives the importance of Lord Sri Venkateswara, and also called as Mahavishnu or Sri Krishna or Sri Rama. By praying Lord Sri Venkateswara, one gets moksha and the Ashirvadas. That is why I brought sloka from Bhagavad Gita and interpreted here for a better understanding of the devotees to know about the value of bhakti and devotion on Lord Venkateswara. The essence of this sloka is Lord Krishna assures his devotees that those who surrender to him with unwavering faith and exclusive devotion will always be under his divine care and protection. He promises to provide both material needs and spiritual progress for those who think of him constantly without distraction. This verse highlights the divine quality of God's compassion and grace. Sri Krishna emphasizes that true devotion is not just about rituals but about a heartfelt connection with the divine. For those who completely rely on him, he becomes the sole provider and protector, ensuring their well-being in both worldly and spiritual aspects. The Lord reassures that devotees need not worry about worldly concerns if they place their trust in him fully. This teaching encourages surrender with faith, patience, and devotion, emphasizing that God is not distant but always present to guide and uplift his sincere followers. It inspires common people to focus on their spiritual growth without fear, knowing that when faith is pure, the divine ensures a balanced life filled with peace and prosperity. Devotional implications of this verse is when devotees look upon the face of Lord Venkateswara, they are reminded of Lord Venkateswara's boundless grace, mercy, and love. This realization strengthens their faith and encourages them to live a life aligned with Dharma. The poem as a reflection of devotion. The poem beautifully encapsulates the relationship between the devotee and the Lord, using nature and celestial imaginary to convey the magnificence of Lord Venkateswara's face. Each line carries a deeper meaning that resonates with the spiritual aspirations of the devotees. That is, the hills of Tirumala represent the journey of devotion. The radiance of Lord's face symbolizes spiritual illumination. The grace, mercy, and love of the Lord highlights the essence of bhakti, that is, devotion. Practical reflections for devotees on reciting this poem is: in meditation on Lord's face, devotees can use this verse as a focal point for meditation, visualizing the radiant face of Lord Venkateswara and immersing themselves in his grace and love. Inspiration of pilgrims. The description of Lord Venkateswara of Tirumala as the meeting place of heaven and earth inspires devotees to undertake the pilgrimage with faith and humility. Daily prayer. Reciting this verse during daily prayer of Lord Sri Venkateswara can deepen the connection with Lord Venkateswara and reinforce the belief in Lord Venkateswara's benevolent presence. This verse is a poetic and a spiritual tribute to the divine face of Lord Sri Venkateswara, encapsulating its profound significance in the lives of devotees. Though its rich imaginary and deep symbolism, it invites devotees to reflect on the Lord Sri Venkateswara's gaze, mercy, and love. By meditating on these qualities, devotees can transcend worldly concerns and experience the transformative power of Lord Sri Venkateswara's divine presence. I request devotees to pray Lord Venkateswara by reciting this poem. You see here, my grandson has learnt the poem while I am writing this poem. See how beautifully he is reciting.
In the hills of Tirumala, where the sky kissed the earth, there shines a face of infinite worth, more radiant than the stars above, a symbol of grace, of mercy and love.
Teach your children also this type of devotional poems. I hope you have enjoyed this analysis presented by me on the verse on Lord Sri Venkateswara. We will meet you in the second poem analysis. Please forward this to your friends, group people, and subscribe this channel to know more about Lord Sri Venkateswara. Thank you very much. Thank you.
कमला कुछ चूचुक कुंकुम